Hey fabulous artists, it's Mrs. Alseri here. In this video we are going to do a Draw Animals edition, so stay tuned for my first video. So we're also going to be drawing a panda bear, and the way I like to do bears for my art projects is kind of a close-up, more like a portrait of the bear, so you'll be looking at it from the shoulders and up. So this is actually a pretty simple way to do it because you don't have to fuss about all of the legs and the size and shape of the body. So also using a plain white piece of paper, holding it tall to do this panda portrait. And I'm gonna start with a big circle for the head. And I'm not even gonna worry about tracing it just because it's an animal. I feel like it doesn't have to be perfect. And as I'm talking, I already have to fix my circle. I make mistakes too. So if you have trouble with the circle and you want to grab like a plastic lid nearby to trace it, you can. And before I move on to the ears and the face, I'm just gonna get the shoulders figured out. So I'm just gonna make 2 swooping lines. It's gonna look kind of like a snow globe because you just have those 2 main shapes. But then you go back and we can add some ears at the top. You can tell I've been drawing a lot over here, huh? More round. And for bears, I feel like pandas have pretty large ears, so don't be afraid to be dramatic with the ear size. And something that's really important about bears is like their nose. So since we're looking at it flat on, it is tricky to get that shape, right? That the nose is sticking out at us. So what I have learned is to draw like this big kind of heart-like shape first, and that will be colored in black later. And then you can make a little line come down. Give them a little smile. And you can even like shade this in black a little bit. Obviously the coloring is gonna make it really look like a panda compared to other animals. And then the nose will be black. And then what you're gonna do is you're going to like connect the nose and mouth with an open circle, just like that. So the reason why I'm leaving it open is because now you can make it go into those black shapes around its eyes. And it's a sideways triangle. Kind of like if I was drawing a dinosaur tooth, I have that shape in there. So if I'm going too fast, you're welcome to pause this at any moment. But inside of there, I'm going to make 2 circles for the eyes. And we need little black pupils. And it's gonna kind of look like our panda. Forgot to put on his makeup today before we color. I saw this fun picture online where they gave their panda bear a bow tie, and I wanted to try it, so I'm gonna give my panda a bow tie. Dress them up for a special occasion. But before I do, I'm just going to make 2 lines that are going to make that black shape on the body, and then their bellies are white. So I'm just gonna go up about 3/4 of the way and stop. And then I'm gonna leave room for my bow tie and finish up with the belly. And then you can make a fun background. Maybe there's bamboo behind, or maybe this is a domesticated panda and you want him to be going somewhere. He's going out to dinner. So to draw a bow tie, I'll do that one more time. I'm gonna start with a circle or an oval, and then I make 2 sideways hearts. See that? You just leave the point out. Another sideways heart. And then you can decorate the bow however you want. I'm gonna do some stripes. So I feel like I should talk about where the black color is gonna go. I would recommend that you have a marker to outline nearby, and then you color it in with a crayon or colored pencil, just so that we can really get some bold lines for the nose and the mouth. You can outline with crayon too, you just have to push a little bit harder. Those shapes around the eyes. The black dots in the middle, and then I'm going to color in the eye with like a brown maybe, or you can leave it white. I'm even gonna shade, I'm just going to outline this part with the nose. And their ears are black, so I'm just gonna do a super fast, like, get the color in there, kind of scribble, just because I want you to see where it will go, but I don't want to take all the time of the video having you watch me color. We only have so much time together. And then inside of those black shapes, like that, right? And I know you'll take your time coloring more than I am. I'm just scribbling it in there. The nose should be black. The last part that's colored in black is all in here. So make sure you shade in. They're not quite the arms. It will go into the arms if we drew the whole body on this part, but it's more like the shoulders. And then we leave that belly white. And then color in your bow tie any color you want. There you have it, a fancy panda. Thanks, guys. So my favorite way to draw a fox is just breaking it down into simple shapes. So I'm going to start at the very top of the paper, and I want a big drawing of a fox. He's gonna take up the whole thing so that it's really the focus of our artwork, and then you can make a little background behind. So I'm actually gonna start with a triangle shape and just leave a little bit of room at the top for the ears. But we're gonna do something like a rounded triangle, just like that. And then you can kind of make his nose a little circle at the end. We might want to make that a bit bigger. And in a similar way to a raccoon, they have these shapes around their eyes. Some owls have this too, right? And then it kind of looks like a mask. And you can just draw 2 dots for the eyes. We're gonna keep it really simple today. And his nose will be black. If you prefer more of a longer nose, you can. Okay, so the next step, I'm gonna add the body and the ears. Their ears are pretty pointy. If you've ever seen a fox before, their ears are really cute. They're like a little smaller than, or a little bigger actually than cat ears, right? And then you can put a line inside if you would like, where it's fuzzy inside. We are moving right along. And then for the body, you can just start with a skinnier line for the neck. See how it's skinnier when it's attached to the head, and then it gets a little bit wider. And then you're just gonna keep going until you get to the bottom and kind of end it off with this oval shape. And then you can add the legs and the tail, put some details on, and you've got it. So let's go with the legs. From the way we're looking at him from the front, I'm going to do these L shapes for the legs. So they're gonna be, actually let's draw the body, the belly first. So inside the body, there's the belly. And then you know to keep the legs inside by drawing 2 ovals that are open at the bottom. And their little feet. Looks like they're wearing little shoes. And then you just go back and you erase wherever it overlaps. Okay, the last thing is the tail. Their tail is smaller where it attaches at the body, just like the body and the head. And then their tails are very bushy. Kind of comes out to a point and it's very wide at the end. That helps distinguish a foxtail. So you can add some little zigzags where this would be white. And now you're ready for color. So that's my simple shape fox. Now you can go back and erase some parts where it's overlapping and rock and roll.